It started quietly, like most hauntings do. When Leah Porter signed the lease for apartment 19, she thought she was lucky. The building sat on Maple Lane, an old complex with faded bricks and ivy crawling up the walls. It was cheap, quiet, and close to her new job. The landlord, a thin man with hollow eyes, handed her the keys without looking up. He said only one thing before walking away. "Keep the vents closed at night." She laughed, thinking he was joking. Leah unpacked until midnight. The place smelled of dust and faint perfume, like someone had just left. When she turned off the lights, silence wrapped around her, heavy and complete. Then she heard it. A faint whisper, sliding through the air vent above her bed. It wasn't the sound that scared her, it was the words. A voice, soft as breath, saying, "Don't move." Leah froze. Her eyes searched the dark. Nothing. Only the vent, a black mouth against the pale wall. She turned on the lamp, heart racing, telling herself it was just old pipes. Morning brought false comfort. The sun made the old wallpaper look harmless. She met Mr. Harris from apartment 17, an elderly man with kind eyes but shaky hands. When she mentioned the vent, his face changed. He whispered, "You heard it, too?" Then, without another word, he walked away down the hall. Later, Leah noticed that half the mailboxes were stuffed with old letters, names scratched off, new ones written over. It looked like people kept moving in and out, fast. By the third night, Leah began hearing more than one voice. Faint conversations drifted through the vents, laughter, crying, and sometimes, her own name. "Leah, can you hear us?" She pressed her ear against the vent. The metal was cold. A breeze brushed her cheek, not from air, but from something breathing. She pushed a chair under the vent and climbed up. Inside, darkness. A faint smell of rot. Then, just for a second, she thought she saw movement, a shadow pulling back deeper into the duct. The next morning, police cars lined Maple Lane. Mr. Harris was gone. His door hung open, lights still on, breakfast untouched. A young officer told her, probably wandered off. But Leah saw the vent in his apartment. It was open, its cover bent inward like something had come through it. That night, she sealed her vent with duct tape. But at 3 a.m., the tape peeled away on its own, curling slowly in the dark. A voice sighed, right beside her ear. "We missed the sound of breathing." Leah went to the public records office the next day. Apartment 19 had been rented 16 times in 5 years. Most tenants left after a few weeks. 2 were listed as missing. She found an old newspaper article. Fire in Maple Lane Apartments, 2 dead, 4 unaccounted for. The date? 10 years ago. The cause? Faulty vent system. Smoke inhalation. Her stomach dropped. The victims, all from the top floor. Her floor. Back home, the lights flickered as soon as she stepped inside. Her phone caught bursts of static, whispers bleeding through even when she turned it off. She covered every vent with heavy towels, turned on music, tried to drown it out. But under the music, the whispers pushed through. "They didn't mean to burn us. We can't breathe in here. We remember the smoke." Leah screamed, tearing the speakers from the wall. When the noise stopped, the apartment was too quiet. And in that silence, someone whispered right behind her. "Then breathe for us." The ceiling vent rattled violently. Dust poured down like ash. Hands, gray and burnt, pushed through the metal grate. Fingers stretching, grasping for air. Leah stumbled backward, hitting the floor. The vent cover fell, clattering beside her. From the darkness above, she saw faces, distorted, blackened by fire, whispering all at once. "Help us breathe." The smell of smoke filled the room though nothing burned. Every vent in the apartment began to scream, high, metallic wails of trapped air. She ran for the door, but the handle burned her palm, red hot. She banged on the landlord's door until he opened. He looked half dead himself, pale, trembling. Leah shouted, "What's happening in there?" He whispered, "You shouldn't have opened the vents. They never left." He told her about the fire, how the ventilation trapped the tenants inside, filling the building with smoke. How he sealed the ducts afterward, but every time someone listened, they woke up again. "They hear your breath through the walls," he said. "And they follow the sound back." Leah packed her bags before sunset. She refused to stay another night. But when she reached the door, it was stuck, like something pressed from the other side. The air grew thick, hot, filled with the scent of smoke. The vents rattled, whispering her name over and over. "Leah! Leah! Leah!" She grabbed her phone light and turned toward the living room. All the vent covers had fallen off. From every opening, eyes watched her, pale, glassy, endless. Her phone flickered, capturing one last image before it went dark. A hand reaching out of the vent, touching her shoulder. A week later, a new tenant moved into apartment 19. A college student named Amir. He loved the low rent, the quiet nights. On his first evening, the landlord said the same thing he'd told everyone before. Keep the vents closed at night. But around 2 a.m., Amir felt the air grow cold. He heard something faint. A woman's voice, whispering through the vent above his bed. "Don't move." In the morning, apartment 19 was empty again. The door was locked from the inside. Only a phone lay on the floor, screen cracked, still recording. The last frame showed a vent swinging slowly open. And inside it, a face, watching, whispering. "We can still hear you breathing."